The 7th Jurassic movie is on the way, and along with it comes some more information to sink our teeth into. Lately, there's been a lack of news, but late last night arose some interesting casting details about who's set to appear in this dinosaur blockbuster. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic 7 video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a slight break with Jurassic World Chaos Theory, as some long-awaited news for the 7th Jurassic movie has finally released. Today, we'll be going over all of the actors and actresses that have been cast in the next Jurassic World movie so far, or at least are the ones in pole position to appear in this movie. As we live in an ever-changing world, it is worth noting that these actors aren't full confirmations quite yet. The information comes from reliable news outlets and sources who have stated this information. And of course, there will surely be more actors being added to the roster as time goes on. So if you're watching this from the future beyond the 16th of April 2024, then that is why you may not see everyone on this list. We're currently aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And with just over 80% of you guys watching this right now and not subscribed, we're just a little further away from our target, so be sure you're subscribed if you want all of the latest Jurassic World news and content here on YouTube. But without any further ado, make sure you're sat back, relaxed and enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE, as it's time to learn who has been cast so far in the next Jurassic World movie. In total, we have 4 borderline confirmed actors for the next Jurassic movie. Some more famous than others, and some more well suited than others. So let's delve into the new world that Universal are setting up here. Let's start with the most obvious one that millions of people surely already know by now, Scarlett Johansson. Johansson was one of the first actors confirmed for the next Jurassic World movie after we got the news that Godzilla 2014 director Gareth Edwards will be directing the next movie. Scarlett Johansson is obviously a majorly popular choice amongst moviegoers after her incredible franchise character of Black Widow was able to stay strong in the MCU for just over a decade. Although she wasn't the first choice, Jennifer Lawrence turned down the role initially. Johansson is the one that's furthest confirmed on this list, as she was last in talks with Universal about this role just over a month ago. So it is most likely that right now all the things have been confirmed and finalized so far, and she is currently learning her lines for the next movie, as filming is expected to begin right at the very end of May and early June. But what do we know so far about her character? Well, for some while now we have known that Universal wants a female lead to take charge of these next sets of movies. It's reported that Johansson's role is dubbed as a lead role in the movie, and so it is pretty safe to assume that given her popularity and information we already know, Scarlett Johansson is set to be the main lead in Jurassic 7. As for what type of character she'll be, that's up for debate. Personally, I see her being a badass character who'll go hand to hand with these dinosaurs and try to protect the world from villainous threats, and not just dinosaurs. Some people have said that they don't really want a Black Widow with dinosaurs, but for me, well, that's exactly what I want. That's what the franchise needs. A little more action. It's what has been lacking for a while now, and thankfully we finally had in Jurassic World Dominion with the Malta chase sequence. Unfortunately, horror is not going to happen in this franchise anytime soon, as Universal have an internal thing that prevents them from delving deep into the horror category for the Jurassic franchise. So, the next big thing that's missing is action, and Scarlett Johansson can certainly bring that to the table. But we can't just have one lead role, right? The original movies had the Magnificent Trio, the World era had Bryce and Chris, so who is Scarlett Johansson going into this new world with? Well, late last night, thanks to recent reports from Deadline.com, we were given some insight into who will be co-leading this movie alongside her. That is the actor of Jonathan Bailey. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't a clue who he is. And even when I look up what movies and shows he's been a part of, I haven't watched a single one besides Fury, and I watch a lot of movies. Fury is actually one of my favourite ever war movies ever made, but I simply cannot remember where Bailey appears in that movie at all. Someone please remind me in the comments if you do know. But I see this as more of a good thing than a bad thing. Sure, it's great to have big names in these movies like Scarlett Johansson or Chris Pratt, but having a smaller, lesser known name also works very well as well. For me, Bailey is that person. In my eyes, I've never seen him before, so he'll be a fresh face into this franchise for me to enjoy and get to know. So I am really excited for his appearance in the movie. Since I am unsure about his acting style, it's hard to say what type of character he'll be portraying. Jonathan Bailey may have found his follow-up, and it's a big splash. Sources tell Deadline that he is in early talks to star in Universal and Amblin Entertainment's new Jurassic World movie. He has strong ties with Universal as he is set to appear in 2014's anticipated Wicked adaptation. Okay, so we've had a big name, we've had a new name, but what about something of a mix, I would say? Well, last week we got word that the actor Dev Patel will feature in this movie. Now, some may not have heard of him, but others will certainly have. Dev Patel has appeared in big movies such as Slumdog Millionaire, Hotel Mumbai, and more recently, The Monkey Man. Now, I haven't actually watched Monkey Man yet, but I've heard really good things about it and how great Dev Patel was in this movie. So, should this rumour turn out being true, I will certainly give that movie a watch very soon. But where does this information come from? An insider with great credibility called Daniel RPK confirmed last week that Dev Patel and Universal are in talks about a possible role in the upcoming 7th Jurassic movie. Now, I took my time before reporting on this as this is an individual rumour, so I wanted to verify it firstly. Upon verifying, my sources claimed that the talks are ongoing, but he has been offered a role in the next movie already, meaning that it's highly likely that he is set to appear in Jurassic 7. But again, take that with a pinch of salt. I'm sure that whoever he plays, his character will give him a sense of freedom within this movie, allowing him to get serious when need be, but also have a little bit of fun as time runs on. Now, some fan theories have already begun to arise regarding this character, but why is this? Some unverified and probably not legit rumours have claimed that Scarlett Johansson's character is linked to the original cast in some way. Not too sure how, but that's what the unconfirmed, unverified rumours are. Again, take that with a massive handful of salt. And with this information, fans just assumed that this would be a family tie-in with Scarlett Johansson's character, and maybe even the previous characters of the movies. But with this came a similar aspect for Dev Patel's character. Given his Indian heritage, some fans have used the previous information to assume that Patel could be playing a role of a family member who is part of Masrani's family. Now, I won't entertain these theories too much since we literally only have his race to go off, but it would be pretty cool to see how Masrani's family dealt with the downfall of the family name, Jurassic World, and any other bits of turmoil that occurred to his latter family after the fall of Jurassic World and Masrani Global. And insights like that would be pretty cool, and after all, this is an expanded movie universe. Connections are a must in these types of movies. And finally, the last actor on this list, Colman Domingo. Once again, according to Daniel RPK, late last night some more casting news arose seemingly discussing that Colman Domingo is set to be the main villain for the next Jurassic World movie. Now, this is information to take lightly here as, whilst it does come from Daniel RPK, I haven't had any time to cross-check this information to clarify it. So, whilst I am sure that they're in discussions at some point, please be wary with this information. If true, however, he was incredible in Transformers Rise of the Beasts, but as for other movies, I have seen a minimal amount of the ones that he's featured in, but the ones that I have seen, I don't entirely remember the movie or his role too much. So once again, he would be a character that would be one of those lesser known roles that make a huge impact into the franchise. And I can see him doing very well, especially with how menacing Unicron sounded in Rise of the Beasts. I can only assume we're in for more should he appear in Jurassic 7. And after all that, those are the only 4 main cast roles we know about the next Jurassic World movie. I am sure we'll hear more about it as time goes on. I mean, I should hope so, seeing as they begin filming in a month and a half from now. But once again, we don't publicly know everything, and we may not know anything about casting until after the movie begins shooting. Sometimes things just work like that. But when we do know more, you can bet that we'll be straight on it once we have that information here on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed for all of the latest news and content from this franchise. With the release of Jurassic World Chaos Theory, Jurassic Park Survival, and Jurassic 7 in the next 2 years, or maybe even just a year, it's a great time to be a Jurassic fan. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, but most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.